Hello. I'm just getting settled. Um, Seeing if anybody is on. Hello. That was quick. Who? Two people popped in. I say hi. Hi, Michelle Richards. How are you? Hi, Jasmine. I'm back. See, I got two new crowns. They look better than my other teeth. Well, they should for the price. But my mouth is still frozen right here. Hello, retired and prepping. I had to go to the dentist this morning. I had to get two crowns, and well, of course, because one tooth was almost all filling, and the other one had fillings and that. So I got crowns. My mouth still feels numb. The only problem is, as he said, the only problem is now that you have these two, which look significantly better than my other teeth, I'd want to get veneers on all of them. But yes, don't have the money for that. Insurance will not cover that. But I was very lucky. Well, lucky and unlucky. So my dentist is awesome. I'm from the Caribbean. Cool, Michelle. I was born in the Bahamas, but I've lived up here in Canada all my life since I was a baby. My dad was from the Bahamas, and his family were. So, well, his mum was Jewish from Europe and immigrated to the Bahamas either before, during, or after the Second World War. And then she married a Bahamian who's, yes, hello, who was half black and half Arawak Indian. So that's why I have really curly, thick hair. As people say, "Oh, I love your hair," I'm like, "Yes, it's sometimes looks nice, and other times, like, even though I brush it, it gets all naughty." Hi, Michael Guin. Guin. Guinn. Guin. And hi, Daniel Guy is my judge. Wow, there's a few people in here. Very happy to see you all. I just got back from the dentist, and that was a relatively pleasant experience as dentists go. For one, my dentist is awesome, and I get to watch Netflix while I go, and he was able, so he also did the crowns. So I had two options. I could do the crowns with him, or which is cheaper, or get the crowns done, sent off to the lab, and then they can kind of color them a little bit more to the color of my other teeth. But it'd be more expensive. I'm like, no, whichever one's cheaper. I don't really care that they're a little bit whiter than my regular teeth. Well, they'll get yellower when more coffee I drink. They're just going to go yellow anyways. So, because I like my coffee. um, so he was able to do it for cheaper. But then while I got the freezing done, and he filed. So how they do it? They file your teeth that make them look almost like fangs, and with doing so, it felt really weird. I was like, oh, because they basically remove all the fillings that you had in there, so it's just the tooth, and then they did the crown thing, but the machine to make the crown, like the mold, but then the machine made the crowns. Like, it takes about 20 minutes to do. The first batch, it messed up. It wasn't the computer thing, it was like the machine thing. So he's like, you have two options. I could put a temporary one on now, and you can come back next week to get it done, or you could wait a while. It'll take another 20 minutes to make. So, hi, lovely 21 Hope. Come share the love and say hello to everybody. So I waited, and while I was there, it was close to lunchtime, and he knew I hadn't eaten breakfast, so he gave me a Cliff protein bar while I was waiting, because he goes, "Oh, you have time." I'm like, "Okay," and a water, and watch Netflix and watch Netflix on the TV upstairs and watch YouTube on my phone. So I was multitasking. I was watching some cooking show on Netflix, and then I got it done. And then he ended up giving me a discount because I waited a long time, and whenever anybody is looking for a dentist on my local group, I always recommend him, and he's gotten some new patients from me, or at least he's seen me give positive reviews, which I'm always happy to go. Hi, get to the Z farm. Hi, creative redundancy. Hi, CR. So I got a discount so he took the discount off of my amount that I had to pay him, because he submitted to the insurance, and then the insurance will cover like 50% or whatever, and then of that 50%, I got a discount. So I'm always happy for a discount. So, how is everybody else doing? My mouth is still frozen. CZ Nation. Hi, Daniel. God is, what was it? God is my judge. Oh yeah, FYI, I'll put the link in here too. Just FYI that YouTube does not like the tactic of sub for sub. So just don't necessarily say you're subbing. Just say you're following them. But it's not necessarily a requirement. It is a kind gesture. So I'm going to put the link in here for everybody to kind of look at. So just say you're following, as that is oh, yeah, I did the link. Okay, good. Pulled a muscle. Ooh, that's painful. I've done that too. Great. So I have Michelle Richards, and I have a Michael Gwynn, and CR is in creative redundancy, and Ford Van Mayen, and Retired and Preppin', and CZ Farms, and Lovely 21 Hope, and I think I said hello to everybody. And one, Jasmine. Of course, Jasmine. If you have any Voltaren or like back pain cream, try and put that on your hip. It might help with the muscles. Just drop. Hi, Marianne. How are you? Great to see everybody. I love seeing. Anybody have any questions? Just drop in for a few minutes. They give you a hard time for doing self-promotion. I know. Well, see, I think it's because because there's some people, there's some ways of you can buy subscriptions from companies and stuff like that, which they're trying to, like, there's some sort of like robotic bots or computer bots or something like that. I don't know, but I think they're just trying to stop that. Which this is not that case, but just FYI, just just change your wording to following, and then you should be fine. But yes, share the love, check out people's channels, and if you like what you see, follow them, watch their videos. I know there's a couple of subscribers in here that are small, like Marianne only has 28 people that are following her. So, and Jasmine has hit the 1,000 mark, which is great, but she could always use some more. She has awesome little ducks and doggies. Ducks and doggies. the new D&D, right? You break for cats. Well, that's good. We like you breaking for cats. I have cats at home. Not that they're outdoor cats, but I'd rather you break versus squish. And Ford Van Man and his wife have two, which is Mrs. Ford Van Man. If she isn't here, I don't know. If I didn't see her, but I missed her. They both have fairly small channels too. Can always use the love and watch time and that. And say we're tired and prepping could use. Everybody can use some love. Because why not? It's February. Funny, they tried to beat us down, and what they did was give me some cool people to hang out with. Never found exactly cool. That is exactly my feeling as well. I have found some very nice people on live streams and chatted with them. Hi, Cuddle Quack Duck, another duck person in the house. Woohoo! Michael, you hit 100. That is awesome. That first 100 is really hard. And then the next 100 is a little bit easier. The first 500 is hard. And then it should, the first 1,000 apparently is hard. I'm not there yet. I still have some ways to go. I need to have some ways to go on the numbers wise as well as watch time. But I'm not worried. I am enjoying hanging out with you guys. I'm still enjoying making videos and uploading them. And it will get back there. Yep, thank you. Yep, it will get there when it gets there. But I'm just always surprised when there's been channels that have been around for 4 or 5 years, and they don't have a lot of videos out there and not a lot of subscribers, but they're good channels, good content and stuff. They just haven't put the time, or they did a lot at the beginning, and then people who were following them they fell off their radar. So that's the thing is to gain in your numbers and gain in your watch time is consistency of whether it's once a week or 3 times a week or whatever, and doing it every day is not, depending on what type of channel you are, doing a video every day is good, and on other types of channels it's not. Yes, thank you, Crave. Yep, I'll try to make Crave, and I'm not trying. My channel is what it is it's kind of eclectic. It has a whole bunch of different things. It has cooking videos, it has canning videos, it has some gardening videos, it has some blind resources or some live streams, chit chats. It has rants and frustrations, and my explaining of how things work here in Canada compared to the States, because we're very similar. A lot of things are common, but there's some things that are very different here than in the States. Hi, Flutter Do fam. How's it going? Wow, okay, I think this is my record. 14 people in a room. I have never seen 14 people in my room. Woohoo! Apparently 4 o'clock is a good time to go on. 15. Huh? Partay, yes. At least minus 40 in the same Canada. Exactly. Exactly. And we had that over Christmas. We had minus 40-degree weather between Christmas and New Year's. It was crazy. I didn't know that you were in from Canada. I'm still mad about the War of 1812 and you kicked our butts. Oh yes, you know why your White House is white? Because you had to paint it, because we burnt it down the first time. That's about the extent of my U.S. history. I don't know a lot of history. I suck at history. I've been seeing a lot of people from Canada vlogging lately. Yes, well, I think because it's freaking cold in most of Canada. Well, actually, all of Canada, it's below 0. That's freezing point. So we tend to stay inside, and well, what better way to stay inside and connect with people than to go on YouTube? So let's see. Well, technically, the War of 1812, we weren't a country yet. We became officially a country in 1867. We just celebrated 150 years last year of official Canada versus being a British colony. Well, even we were still kind of British colony, but the whole Canada thing. Yes. What else? Laura, did you change your name? Yeah, Laura, I think, didn't you change your name? You were, I think, weren't you Redneck? Or is there another person that has a picture similar to yours? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guys, my judge leg. It's okay. We were getting deer knitting. Jasmine. Cool. Cool, quack duck. It was the British. The Canadians were too busy playing hockey. Yeah, I don't think hockey was invented at that time yet. That's good. Quick. Retired and prepping. Very cool. I think all of our ancestors are from other parts of the country, of the world, because the only, like, true North American people were the natives, and even then they came over the land bridge many moons ago too. So we're all immigrants, just a few generations away. That's why I like how Canada does things. We kind of like semi melting pot, semi keep a bit of your culture, and we celebrate all of our differences. The way it's kind of presented here in Canada is that we're like a mosaic. Okay, you know how you do mosaic? You have different broken colored glass, and you need all the different colors to make a beautiful picture. And so Canada's like the big beautiful picture, but each person is like their individual colored glass to make the big picture. Because just by a piece of by itself, they are just a broken piece of glass. That's not so fun. Yep. So the lesson I got today is don't try to give a Canadian history lesson on their own country. Oh, only a little bit. But I suck at history. So that's what I remember. Yeah. All I know is that we tend to be a peacekeeping country, and we tend to support the wars that are, again, oh yes, my dentist. I got 2 new crowns. They're whiter than my other teeth, but aren't they pretty? I got a discount on them too. So discounted crowns. Because I had to wait for a while, and I've been helping well, on my very local list of moms and stuff. Whenever there's a call out looking for a dentist, I always recommend him because he's awesome. He gives me like a neck pillow from the chair and a squeezy ball so I could squeeze it. Cool. Well, if you live in Canada, if you live in Ottawa, I know I would recommend you Lotus Dental. He's awesome. I'm trying to look at the chat here. Hi, Mountain Mama. Welcome back. I don't know. I'm native Mi'kmaq and Cherokee and dash of Irish. Yeah, Jasmine, I'm a Heinz 57. Like, I have pretty much everything in me that I know of. Like, it is not funny. Actually, in just my grandparents alone, covers all of the major North American, religion or Western religions. My dad's mother was Jewish, and then her husband was Anglican, and they married and have my dad. My mom's mom was Catholic and was raised by nuns in the orphanage because her parents, because she was born in 1908, her parents had to give her and her older brothers and sisters up into an orphanage in Montreal because she couldn't feed them all in 1910 because of the Depression. So she was raised Catholic, and then she married a Protestant, and then raised her family Anglican, and then my dad became a Christian as an adult, and so yeah, and right now I go to it like I'm Christian, but I go to a Christian Reformed church because it's close to me, and the people that are there have been very kind to us over the years, and they're really nice people. So I like the church. I like the pastor. It's all good. But the only thing is, I'm the one that's not full-fledged Dutch. Like, there's a lot of Dutch people there. So I do have Dutch in me. But my in-law, my grandparents, my mom's side, there was Irish, Scottish, Welsh, British, Native American many, many moons ago, and Russian, German, and I think Greek. Okay, that was just on my mom's side. Then my dad's side, my dad's dad was half black and half Arawak Indian, which is a South American Indian, and my dad's mom was Jewish from um, Europe. I don't know where. But they died when I was a baby. So yeah, the only things I don't have in me that I know of would be Asian and East Indian type. Like, I have North American Indian, have South American Indian. So we got a whole bunch of stuff. And the way I see it, I got all the good stuff from all the different spots. Yeah, I've thought about doing a DNA ancestry kit type things, but I think I'd probably break it because yeah, even just in my grandparents, the whole, like, you marry amongst your religion, like this was like in the 40s and stuff. Yeah, no, they didn't. Well, because I've got so many different things in there. I'd be like 1% of like every country on the world. So I only now am I kind of getting interested in geology. My grandfather on my mom's side used to always joke about being Queen Elizabeth's bastard child or something like that. But he was kind of loony, so sometimes I take that with a grain of salt. But Queen Elizabeth or Queen Victoria, one of the queens, I'm like, yeah, because he was saying he was like descendant from royalty. Bye from the Caribbean. Never have to go play babysit. I'll catch you. Well, Michelle Richards, thanks for popping by. Nice seeing you and sharing the love. Everybody feel free to follow people in here. Yes, nesting haven. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that I have so much of every type of race that I can think of that there's really nothing to be concerned about or upset about, It is what it is. Very cool, Mama, so do I. I think it was my grandmother's great grandma had some, because they're from Montreal and Quebec, and so there was the reserves up there. But I would have to kind of get some sort of testing done to kind of look further back and see if I could even qualify for one of those cards, which I don't think so, because there's like at least 5 generations. Yeah, at least 5 generations back. And even then, who knows? Not a big deal. Fix it so your videos show on your home tab. Some people won't know to click on video tab. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but mine does do that on my home tab. Yeah, because some channels that says no recent content on them when you go to their home, and then but if you go click on your videos, there's videos. I don't understand. I don't necessarily know how to do it, but somehow I did it. but I don't remember what I did. Cool. Our great vids on YouTube for saying every channel. Look up. Oh yeah. Yeah, I should probably do that sometime. I've only had my channel for a year. But I just set up to do some videos first for a pantry challenge last January, and the rest is history. Because I had more people asking about my recipes and canning, because a lot of my friends don't know how to can. Hi, Sue Nelson. And so they asked me how to can, and so I was showing them, and they're like, oh, why don't you take a video, and I could watch it. So that's what I did. And the rest is history. You're like my children. Between my husband and family have many nations. Yes, exactly. We're a cornucopia or a mosaic. We are like our country here in Canada. You might have been founded by the British and the French initially, and then other nationalities came by and kind of just repopulated and stuff. But there's some people that are like, oh, I'm from British, I'm from French, or I'm from Greek or whatever. I'm like, okay, that's good, but we're all kind of also all from there. It depends on what you believe. You could all evolve from two people, so who knows, right? But we won't go into religion and politics. Can you list what are good foods to can? Well, it depends. So if you have a pressure canner, what has saved money in my house is your dog supposed to be eating your duck eggs? I mean, I'm sure it's good protein in that, and probably cheap, maybe cheaper than dog food. But I don't know if duck eggs were supposed to be for people consumption or to grow new ducks. So with a pressure canner, things I love to can is I make soup stock with like literally bones and bones and veggie scraps. I make a big pot of veggie stock or bone broth, and then I strain it and I put into mason jars with new lid, and I pressure can that. That saves tons of money on buying, the Campbell stock. I can ground beef, but with ground beef you pre-cook it first, and then put it in the jar with some beef broth, and you pressure can it. I've canned chicken, like raw chicken or raw beef or whatever, and it tastes just like the beef stew meat and chicken from stew. It's awesome. It makes its own broth. Um, and well, I guess I've canned strawberry jam. I every year I can, but that's a water bath canning. Strawberry jam, raspberry jam. Those my family likes. I don't want the dog to eat my duck because I don't have any duck eggs to eat if she eats all of them. Yes, you have to keep some away. Oh, and maple syrup because we tap our. Yes, how do you can the maple syrup? I was wondering about that if you can it in mason jars, or that because of the viscosity of the syrup. I've canned butter, so it's not recommended under blah blah blah. Um, the food people guys, I can't remember what it's called. But I've canned butter. But the upside to canning butter, I bought some when it was on sale for like under $2.50 last December. I still have some in cans in jars, but I did it into like the pints, the half pints, the 1 cup um, jelly jars. It's basically ghee, which is clarified butter. It's great for cooking, but it's not great for spreading on bread. I find the texture it's a little bit off. It's great for cooking, but it kind of like because you shake it to kind of because you melt it and then you shake it to kind of keep it from separating. But it doesn't do as great of a job. Actually, I can. Um, but it's there so that if butter's not a good price, I will use it because I use mostly butter for my cooking or in cooking, with a bit of it on bread. Um, I have canned peaches, and I think that was water bath canning. And well, last year I did a lot of canning. You can see in my canning videos. There was chocolate cherry jam, which tastes like Black Forest cake. And funny ad video. Not yet. I haven't. I was going through some videos while I was at the dentist, while I was waiting for my teeth to be done. I have not canned fish. Um, but canned smoked fish. Well, if it's smoked, do you need to can it, or can it just be kept in your fridge? I've never smoked fish. I've eaten like smoked salmon. Um, you need to show us, Jen. It would be good for your channel. The butter, Mountain Mama. Can you clarify what I need to show? Um, I've done canning videos. Yes, I have dehydrated. I have some dehydrating videos. In October I dehydrated pumpkin. No, the canning, Jen. So do it as a live stream to can, because that can take a while. Yes, I do videos on canning. I haven't done any canning since about October or so. Whenever, um, I think I might still have in my files a canning video that I still have to edit because I was trying to find all the parts. Oh, another thing I can beans. Those I need to do soon, so I will do a canning video on beans. Yes, feel free. I with the beans, I don't do the soaking method, and they turn out great. It's not recommended by the National Food blah 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 people. Can't remember what it's called, but it works like the way that I do it. I use I think it's half a cup of beans, and the rest is water, so there's a lot of room for them to expand, and they taste just like a can of beans. Hi, Amanda. How's it going? Is it, thought my granddaughter had to pickle. Yes, okay, pickles. I have canned pickles, like water bath canning pickles. I need to find a really good bread and butter pickle recipe for my in-laws. My family prefers my fermented pickles, so those ones I have to keep in the fridge. I have canned them after fermenting them. They get a bit soft, but they're at least shelf stable then. And I found that off the National Council of Food Preservation or whatever it was. But the natural fermented kosher pickers, they're half or full sours. I did a video on that, and that's basically filling your jar with the cucumbers and then the salt and the water and pickling spices, and putting a lid on it and leaving it out for like up to 2 weeks or more, depending on how sour you want them, and then they're good. Woohoo! 17. That's my max so far. I have never had 17 in a room. Um, so I do the as a natural fermented pickle, and oh, they're so good, and they're crisp and they're just like the ones that you get at like a kosher deli or whatever. But you have to kind of like that type of pickle. I did do dills before, and each recipe is kind of a hit and miss with my family. Like 3 out of 4 of my family members like my kosher pickles. My one family member that doesn't prefers like the Bix pickles. I keep on checking out new recipes for water bath canning of pickles, because I use the pickle crisp in that for that. And uh, but I haven't found one that's kind of as true dill pickle like Bix. I like to make dill pickles and bread butter. Okay, well you need to send me your recipes, or go on Pinterest and share them with me. I'm Jen in Canada on Pinterest, and I would love to have your recipes for a good bread and butter pickle and a good water bath canned dill pickle, like pure dill. Because then that would appease my oldest, she's not too fond of the kosher pickles. That she finds them too salty and sour. I'm like, is that a bad thing? Hello, everybody. NKY Homesteading, good afternoon. We were actually just talking about canning. Just sending a message to my hubby. He just texted me. He was saying he's going to be home early, which is good, because I picked up supper when I was at the grocery store today. Which ended up being fried chicken and fries from the grocery store. And then I picked up, they had frozen veggies on sale, and my family of the frozen veggies, they like the edamame ones, so I picked those one of them. Using ghee as a butter substitute for cooking. Yes, so I have a jar of ghee that I use for when I make Indian food. And yes, it works. Also, I canned butter, which is basically making my own ghee, which was so much cheaper than the ghee. But I don't know if that was, the canning of butter was before I started my YouTube channel. So once I'm down some jars, or I'll look at canning again. I can do a video on it. I just have to forewarn that it's not recommended by the natural whatever canning people, but it works. And it doesn't, it's because it's a fat. It doesn't. Ghee is better with the milk content removed. Has higher burning point, so great for cooking. Yes. So it's clarified, but yeah. So it's basically the water and that is removed. Clarified. And ghee is like the actual ghee. It's the milk solids removed. Like when you can butter, you can make ghee or try and can it as butter. I tried to can it as butter, trying to shake up the solids back together, but it's not great for spreading on bread unless you don't mind the little bit of odd texture. Hi, large family farm. Lang Family Farms, LA. Oh yes, just a reminder, don't use the word SUB. Use following, because Yahoo's going all like wiggy on it. There was a link of them sometimes either shutting down channels or that are doing SUB for SUB, which I'm not doing, but you're more than welcome. Please feel free to follow people on you just use the word follow. Follow people up and down here. Check out their channel. Watch their videos. Channel supporting. There you go. Channel supporting. Yes, support. We are a support group. Oh my goodness, we have 19 people in here. I have... Woohoo. Okay, apparently I should do live streams at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 20 people. Wow. So yes, now you have to make 20 new friends. Hey, Annie's World. Oh, I don't know if I'm subscribed to you. I don't recognize the channel name, but I could be. If I'm not, I will follow you. Yes. Oh, I am. I am. Oh, there's your picture. It's hard to see the picture. I'm here cooking. Cool. YouTube support group. Yes. We are a YouTube support group. Exactly. Please support one another. Annie has 263 followers. So she can use the live. California, what's view message? Anyway, it's like fishing. Lord, give away my channel. California greenhorn fisherman. Somehow your message, it went all I don't know, light colored. I don't know why. I didn't do it. So, I don't know how to fix it. But if you want to resend it, yes, channel supporting. Okay, 21 people. Woohoo! Oh, there. I think I can get a show. I think it went show. Done. I done. Accent. Okay. I'm supporting you get the family in a soil science student, but channel is on fishing. Okay, cool. Yes, Muskie, is your channel the aquariums, or is it fishing? Oh, it's yours is the fishing fish one. Very cool. And you have 856 followers. Wow, you are so close. You're so much closer than me. Very cool. Ice fishing is awesome. It's more about the friendship and the staying warm part than the fishing. Smash that like button. Yeah, well, yeah, because there's like 19, 20 people in here, but there's only 13 likes. But wow, we had 21 in here. Yes. Okay, how do I... Yes, I've got to do that. Let's see. Hey, okay. Hey, Jen Seahan, I like you, so I'm going by. Thank you very much, Mama. Thanks for sharing the love. Cooking spaghetti pie. Ooh. Are you making a video of it? Is that just baked spaghetti? I've never necessarily heard it as a pie. I make baked spaghetti. I'm showing you some support, and I love to fish. Awesome. Last time I went ice fishing, we had a moat and an ice wall. What's the moat and ice wall? To pick up an interesting video on the channel and then put it on the phone. Cool. Yes, please support everybody if you can. Also, watch a video or two. Also, feel free to watch mine if you feel so inclined, but make sure you have a snack when you watch any of the cooking videos, because they make me hungry watching them while I'm editing. So, I mean, we could go now, but I've been crazy one day. Yeah, it's not too fun. It's windy unless you have a pretty good shelter on the ice. So, if you don't have the good shelter, then um, it gets pretty darn cold. Like here, actually today, it's actually mild. Like it was cold this morning when I went to the dentist, but when I got home, it was sunny, and then a lot of the snow was melting on the road. Yes, okay, yes. As I, what's funny is almost every time I upload a video, YouTube goes and gives me the yellow dollar sign thing, saying might not be good for all viewers. I'm like, the only people most of my videos are not good for are those on a diet or those who are diabetic. Because honestly, like my instant pot rib video got yellow dollar sign for like a day or so. I'm like, who doesn't like ribs? Okay, oh, maybe vegetarians won't like them either, but there was nothing questionable content. My rant on the Tide Pod review, on the Tide Pod challenge review thing, it still has a yellow dollar sign on that one. And I'm like, whatever. I was just like, did a little rant going, how stupid can people be? Because that's just like, that's more stupider than what we did as teenagers. You know, up here, we licked poles in the middle of winter and then ripped the skin off our tongues. That was about as You know, he had a bloody tongue, but that was it. Jasmine, I fish, kayak fish. I don't go on ice anymore. Yeah, when you have a near-death experience, that's probably good. Only time to really go on ice is like when it's really, really cold and you um, can guarantee the depth of the ice. See, yawning. I mean, I could go now. Awesome, Mountain Mama. Please share a recipe with me. Also, if you do have that dill pickle or butter pickle recipe, that would be great too. Right. Warm weather fishing. Literally every video we upload is auto flag. I know. Okay, what's funny is my video yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was flat. It was scheduled. Okay, so it was private and it was scheduled, and it got flagged before it actually hit the air. So then I changed the schedule to another time, and then it got like I requested review, and they said, "Oh yeah, I guess it's not. It's okay." So then I scheduled to upload because I'm like, I'm not if I'm scheduled if it's already out there and it's yellow flagged, I can't do anything about it. But if it's not even out there yet, I may as well get the 1/1,000,000th of a penny from. Not like it's ever going to amount to anything much. Let's see what here. Yes, I have to click the yellow dollar sign almost every time I'm lately. Well, what's funny is on half my Instant Pot, can I say it's with the Instant Pot videos? No yellow dollar sign. I literally put it in the title. And then my ribs one came up as a dollar sign one. And I'm like, what? Like, but why would brand names trigger it? I would think they'd want, like advertisers would want that. Or had issues with my streams, and I thought it was because I was saying duck all the time. I think they yellow dollar sign most streams because a lot of times I found on some streams there's some questionable language on them, or they're playing music in the background. Like I don't know how some of those streams get monetized if there's music playing in the background. I don't know all the um, YouTube rules. I know that one of the videos I've made, it can't be monetized. Well, actually, it was the live stream that Abby was in, and she was singing the song. She actually played it on her phone. It can't be monetized because it has copyright issues, but I'm allowed to have the video, so that's fine. But it can't be monetized. But another one where her choir is singing a song, it's getting half of monetized. Like I'm getting half of the revenue, and whoever has the copyright of the music that the choir sang gets the other half. And then another time that the choir singing, um, I get complete monetization because I think it was Duraflay's Requiem one. I get full monetization, but the other one I get half. I'm like, whatever. I don't know. I don't understand their rules. It's not very smart. Hi, Michael. You're back. Great. Yes, bad captioning can trigger it too. Well, I don't know if I put captioning on all. I put on some of mine. I just started doing that recently, but I don't always go do that. Is that 1/1,000,000th of any Canadian or I don't know. Since it's from YouTube, I'm guessing my pay would be American, and then it would go into whatever account, and then we might get 20 cents more, or so if I get paid $100 American, I'd get 120. I don't know. Well, they'd probably take taxes and stuff off of it. I don't know. I've never seen a check, so and I doubt I will in any time soon, because even my account right now has like $14, and that's taken like a year. But I wasn't monetized the whole year. I was monetized for a couple of months before May, Then they changed the 10,000 view time thingy, and then I just got remonetized end of November. So not not a lot of time, but also I only had maybe 150 subscribers until recently. So but now I have 600 something, which not too shabby. Play back speed on the music. Gotta go chance the play. Go change the playback. Change the playback speed on the music. Yes, I haven't figured out how to fast forward videos um, without, like, if you have the voice going, can you have the voice going at the same time but not being fast forward? Because I would sound really weird as a chipmunk. Brand names. It is like you are being sponsored by it, and there's something in the monetization that it shouldn't be, I believe. Yeah, but if I'm opening a box from that brand, or I'm using that product. But what's funny is one of my biggest videos that's monetized is my food saver marinator video of showing how to use it. Hi, Draw with Vector. Um, and it's been it never even had a yellow dollar sign, so and it's fine. So I just always say it should be fine for all viewers, and it comes back 90% of the time. I'm still waiting on one video, and one video said I can't. Like, it just says I can't. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not concerned. Yes, sir. YouTube auto captioning mistakes. Oh yes, yes. Auto captioning. Yes. If you have ducks, I can see how with our accent a bit that you could probably the auto captioning would say another word. A word that apparently I used to call trucks when I was little. And my parents thought it was hilarious. It states they send you 1099, you are responsible for taxes. In the States, they send you a 10. What's a 1099? Like, we have a T4 when we work and we get a T4 slip. You do I don't know, a 1099. 631. Cool. Awesome. Yes, I got 630 something. I think maybe one or two. Hi, Draw Vector. Let's see what's here. Yes, everybody please support Draw Vector. He is a young artist. He does some awesome pictures on, 634. Awesome. On YouTube. And he does live streams while he's drawing. And then at the end, he does, like, the video of it all squished together fast tracking. What's QuickTime or something? In like 5 minutes. Don't you just wish you could draw something that beautiful in 5 minutes? We are live streaming puppies, and my aunt was on hold with Rogers. The hold music lasted 5 seconds, and they demonetized. You got a strike. Seriously? What did it say? You got a strike too, or just it got demonetized? See, I haven't gotten a strike, but I got something demonetized because Abby played a music song, and there was like literally like a minute of it, and they said that the person that owned the rights to that song will monetize my video. I'm like, whatever. It was a live stream. Not many people will be watching the repeats of live streams, so go ahead. I don't care. Is IRS form. Okay. Yeah, I was. It is for miscellaneous subcontractors to get them. Okay. I'm already connected to. Awesome. Yes. Share the love and support. Kids are much better than me. Hi, Michael. Yes, please support Michael. As I peeled it, but it really made my heart sink. She had a speakerphone in 3 rooms away from the camera, but after that, yeah. Well, I think you can mute the audio, or like if you can go back and edit the video, you might be able to mute the audio there and then re-monetize it. I think you can. I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah. Hey, Michael. I was not following you. I am now. But you need to have. You don't. Basically, you have some. You have some videos. Not many, but you have a few. So welcome to the live stream. You're now 102. Cool. Lang Family Farms, LA. You ain't no chickens on my porch song has been going. My husband and I both catch ourselves singing it randomly. Hi, Wolf Creek Homestead. How's it going? My mouth is still numb. Just a little bit right here. Which was really fun. I went for lunch afterwards because, well, I was supposed to have been done by about 11:30, but then there was the complications with the crowns. Not the first set of crowns. There was a problem with them, so he had to make new ones. And so he gave me a protein bar. As long as it's not poop on the farm stuck to your head, it's okay. um, and so I didn't get out of there till 12:30, almost 1. And so I went across the street to the Vietnamese spot and then got their lunch special. It came with a soup and a spring roll and a beef stir-fry dish with crispy noodles. So, which was relatively cheap. There's a new place there. I wanted to check it out. So I'm like, oh, like the lunch special was cheaper than the other dishes because I was going to get like a small soup and maybe some rolls or something like that. I'm like, let's do that. It was really fun eating soup with your mouth frozen and drinking hot Chinese tea in a little cup. It was barrels of fun. I was glad that it was quite a fairly quiet restaurant, and in front of me um, there weren't people in front of me to see me kind of dribble on myself. Yeah, no problem. At this point, no problem, Michael. There's there are so many poop songs online that you can. My husband, when my kids were small, used to make up songs and sing poop songs about poop because that's all we ever dealt with babies and toddlers. Was we were always dealing with either poop or bath time because mess eaters or laundry. So he would always make little songs, which now really embarrass the kids when they're since they're teens. He'll start singing them. Not usually in public, but because we don't want to completely ruin them. Woohoo! 16 likes and 16 in the 17 in the house. Woohoo! Who's popping in? Just a second. I'm going to check. Hey Google, broadcast.
What's the message?
Rowan, can you please do the driveway now?
Okay, broadcasting now.
So how's everybody doing? What are you guys having for supper? I'm cheating today. Because I was like, by the time I get home, I had to go to the bank. And, well, I had to go to the post office to do banking because I just signed up for Tangerine. And Tangerine's an online bank. So there's no actual real banks. But they needed to verify that I was really who I was. So I had to bring my passport or other photo ID and something with my address on it that was like a bill for taxes and stuff. To prove I was a real person. I'm like, well, why can't I just take pictures of these things and send it to them? But so I had to go to the post office and deal with them. That was fun. And so while I was there, I went to the grocery store and I'm like, they had a chicken deal. I picked up some chicken and fries. That's what we did. Crock pot ribs and mashed potatoes. Oh yes, we were talking about that. If you're home, take them out of the crock pot and then put them under the broiler and get nice and crispy with some barbecue sauce on them. Yum, yum, yum. Remembering from my supper last night, we talked about ribs this morning. I think that's probably the reason why Tubby was all growly. Roast duck tonight. Sear. Very cool. See, my family is not big on duck. Well, I made a turducken not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. I deboned a turkey and a duck and a chicken, and I put it all together. But I left the skin on the duck, and they didn't like it because the skin didn't get crispy and it kind of was fatty in there. So if I do it again, I would take the skin off. My kids will eat what's the Chinese duck dish with the little pancake, um, Peking duck. They'll eat a bit of that, but that's about it. More like a tasting. My internet's pretty awful right now. Okay, no problem, Christy. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer them. And please share love and check out each other's channels and follow them. Watch some videos. Maybe not while you're watching me in live stream, or you can. You can put some in the background. If you have a laptop, you can't do that on a phone, though. You can only do one at a time. I tried. Never had duck. I've always imagined it being rubber. No, it's not rubber tasting. It's just a very fatty meat, and the duck is kind of like a little gamey chicken. Um, but it takes on seasonings really well. I've not done a roast duck by itself. I've eaten it in a restaurant. They did it well. But I made a turducken where it was a turkey on the outside, and then there was a stuffing. Like so, I tried to follow Emerald Degassi's turducken recipe that you can find online. But he had three different stuffings. One was like an oyster stuffing, one was like a sage stuffing, and one was like another type of stuffing. My family would not like oyster stuffing. We just like classic stuffing, sage and breadcrumbs and onion, celery, poultry seasoning, salt, pepper. Maybe I throw garlic because I throw garlic in everything. If you look at any of my cooking videos, there is garlic. I don't think I've ever cooked anything without garlic unless it was a dessert. So I followed that, just put the same stuffing. I deboned the turkey and then put the stuffing down, and then deboned the chicken and put the stuffing down, and then put the deboned the duck. So sorry, duck first because the duck was bigger, and then put stuffing down. Then deboned the chicken and put the stuffing down. I left the bones of the turkey legs out so it could still be wrapped up. And then tied it up, but even my tying it up, I have pictures of it on my Facebook, because I didn't really do videos then. Tying up, it didn't quite look great because by the time I had to flip it over into my pan, it was so big, it was touching the edges of my pan, but it tasted really good. it was super moist. And it cooked about the same amount of time as you would cook a normal turkey with the bones, so. I find it a little bit, I don't know, like, I mean, chicken is just, there's no taste to chicken. Chicken is whatever flavors. And I find duck is a little, there's a little game taste, not much. Um, but my kids find it. Only my youngest son and myself here today. We're having homemade mini pizzas in the oven. Now, are they mini pizzas like a mini pizza dough, or are you doing what I tend to do when I don't feel like cooking? Is doing like pizza buns or pizza English muffins or pizza tortillas or pizza pitas, where you take whatever bread you got, some spaghetti sauce, some pepperoni, some cheese, and there you go. Maybe some bacon bits if you have it, or some olives. That's oh wait, just reading here. Two, yes. Well, yes, I've tried duck when somebody else made it. If you want to try duck, try Chinese. Memo to self: bring food to eat. Yeah. Well, as I said, if you're watching any of my cooking videos, have a snack. Yes, and as you can see, I'm very passionate and excited about food. So anything um, I like to talk about, it's about food. Not that I'm like all that knowledgeable. Make our own dough. Part of home economics class of homeschool. Haha, I'm very cool. So you should just keep on doing this home economics part, and maybe he can do the dishes, wash the floor, wash the windows, and make breakfast, lunch, and supper. Do the grocery list. Why are you having a TV dinner? Are you by yourself? I do that when I'm by myself. Because what's funny is I love cooking, but I don't like cooking for myself. I like cooking when there's other people to enjoy it. Because also apparently, even if I try and roughly follow a recipe, I rarely like if I follow a recipe that says serve four, it's always making double. Um, like I swear my pots and pans and stuff are like magic pots and pans that kind of like feed the masses of them. But yeah, I can never make something for one. That's like impossible. Like even when I try and make myself a lunch, even if I'm just like cutting meat, cheese, and crackers, I always cut way too much. Muscovy tastes different. Yeah, see, I don't know what type of duck they sell in the grocery store because it was just like frozen duck. It didn't quite say. I had duck fat fries at a local restaurant. Cool. I've had once we went to in Montreal. There's the culinary school, and they have a restaurant that you can go there, and you basically get like a really fancy meal, like a 3-course meal, and you can pay for the different. There's different price ranges, and we went there, and they had what's the duck fat thing called? The fancy duck fat. And then they had like one of the appetizers was either steak tartare, or the other one was the duck fat, what it's called. Um, and another one was a vegetarian appetizer for those who did not want, those. And I had the duck fat one. My husband had the steak tartare. Foie gras. Thank you. Because I'm like my brain just went blank. Hi. Yes, and that was really good. I don't think I could eat that every day. Well, I definitely could never afford that every day. Just put it that way. You know. Hi, Sylvian, Farmer Chick. Yes, welcome to my channel. Apparently, grab a snack because we're on uh, a food kick here. And I love talking about food. They don't teach economics in school before. In high school here, well, I don't know, maybe in your school. In high school here, they can sign up for a course called hospitality and tourism. So part of the course, like in grade 9, part of the course they learn about they learn about food safety. They have to pass, and they get the actual food safety um, course done. That is the exact same course that if you went to work at like a fast food joint, you have to do the food safety there. So they already have that done, and they learn to cook a few things, and then at the end of the term, they have a project where they have to pick a country and pick a food from that country and cook it and drew a presentation. I was my laptop there. So, and then they have this, it's split, and then the tourism part, they have to pretend that their place is a restaurant, and they have to do a menu, and they have to do a sign, and they have to do like a theme, and they have to do like learning about marketing. I don't really know. And then in grade 11 and 12, there's hospitality as a whole term course, and then there's tourism as a whole term course. So, but you can get your paperwork to be possibly doing all those ones. You can get paperwork to be like an apprentice or whatever at the local college too. So you could do dual credit courses in some of the trades. Yeah, swing grandma. Hey, who? Wait. Who? Girl, Orleans girls. Hey, you're in Orleans. Yes, we're in Canada. Opposite ends. I'm a West End girl, and you're an East End girl. Woohoo! Sorry, I'm trying to catch up in reading. I'm slow at reading, scrolling. Um, uh, alone, diet, and hip pain. Yeah, and sometimes, honestly, some of the TV dinners are actually really good. Rowan. Okay. Hey there, 50 chickens. Yes, hello, 50 chickens in a hen house. Yes, feel free, please. Follow everybody in here and watch their videos. Hi, Steve. Here I am to make your day, said to my best mate. Hee hee hee. Cuddle Quack Duck, you're homeschooled? Cool. So do you do your YouTube channel as part of your schooling? Machine we milk 70 would take too long. That's interesting. Northern Ontario now. Family still in Orleans. Okay. Whereabouts Northern Ontario? Thunder Bay, North Bay. One of them is, I think North Bay is further north than Thunder Bay, I think. I just know I have friends in Pewawa, and then one of my daughter's friends from short-term placement there in the north, in Thunder Bay. Or is Thunder Bay more north? French River, 1 hour from North Bay. Cool. So is it Thunder Bay? Okay, Thunder Bay is more north than North Bay. Okay, yeah. As I said, apparently I suck at geography, and I suck at history. I know a few things. um, Basically, there's North America where I know some stuff about, but everything like geography overseas, I know nothing about, other than the continents and a few of the countries. And apparently I did not pay attention well in school. I never really was interested. But now, as an adult, I've been watching a lot of like shows that have some historical content. Hi, just in time prepping. How's it going? When I was a kid, I loved telling me what I called warm though. Yeah, see, I've never had the experience of milking a cow or a goat. I've seen it done. At again at this experimental farm, which is a farm in the middle of our city. I've seen them doing milking and shearing sheep and feeding. Well, we got to feed the chickens and stuff. Thank you for supporting. Yes, I learned geography by going to the places. Exactly. Like I learned, like I'm good at Canadian geography, as in where the provinces are and their capitals, and I know about like the countries. Like I know there's the states and the countries in South America and Central America, like where they are. But that's about it. I know where some of the states are. Like I know where Texas and Florida are in California and New York because I've got because they're on the outskirts. But then there's all the states that are in the middle. They're like shapes like on the map. They're like shapes of squares or rectangles and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, they're all middle states. But I am watching, yes, the Weather Channel news. So yes, again, I know some of the states that are closer to the border because our Canadian weather shows your states at the bottom there if you're close to it. So I know roughly some of them. But since I don't drive, I didn't really pay much attention. Yes, Jasmine is very educational. What's BTDT? I'm awful at acronyms, unless it's LL or ROFL. Or the TTFN back in the 80s. That's what you do. Ta-ta for now. Or later L8R. That's about the extent. Been there, done that. Okay. Cool. Well, what's funny is my friend I do groceries with, she's 66, 67. She's retired. And she she has grown kids that are like 30 still living at home. I keep on telling her that she got to kick them out. Um, but anyways, she a while back, I've got the T-shirts to prove it. Yes, all I just was I've been there, done that, bought the shirt, and she once one of her great aunts or cousins passed, and like she still has a flip phone, so she doesn't text or anything. She does email, and that's about it. And she doesn't check her emails every day either. So like a great aunt or cousin passed, and so she was talking to like somebody who was more closer to that cousin than she was, and like she thought that LOL was lots of love. So as she was sending an email to this cousin of hers that was closer to the one that had passed, she signed it lots of love and then her name. And her cousin responded back going, I'm kind of confused. Like, were you upset with the person that passed? Because you're kind of laughing that they passed. And she's like, no, I'm not laughing that they passed. LOL is lots of love. And she's like, no, it's laughing out loud. So, well, LOL. So, someone I know thought, oh, that's exactly. And so she signed it. And so she was all upset. And that her cousin thought that she was mad with this cousin that passed and that she was laughing that she died. I'm like, okay. So apparently you need to know your acronyms before you use them. And I'm sure I have to ask my kids what some of them are because I come across them. My husband's really good with acronyms too. I'm not. Yeah. Like, what was one that recently somebody asked me? I can't remember who asked me, but it was like ROFL. Or no, YOLO. What YOLO meant. I'm like, you only live once. And ROFL was rolling on the floor laughing. And then ROFLMAO is rolling on the floor laughing my A off. So there are dedicated ones. Exactly, I've gone there because sometimes I'm on mom's sites What? Okay, I thought you said something. I'm on mom sites and they're typing and they're saying like using acronyms on things, and I'm like, because they're younger moms and they use the acronyms all the time. I sometimes have to Google them because I don't know what they're saying. So I'm feeling old. Yes, in the garage. And the cord's in the garage. Thank you, Rowan. My oldest is going to use our little snowplow to snow remove all those um, light powdered snow we got yesterday. We got about 5-6 inches. Not that much. Oh, oh, who's popping out? I just have to catch it. Oh, Lang Family Farms LA. Gotta take off. Was so nice chatting with you. Thanks for popping by. Feel free if you have any time later on. Check out some of my videos. I do. I do have the. Have you been to Winterlude yet? No, not yet. That's I think the plan this weekend if the weather is cooperating. Last year we waited till the last week and then it got warm and then it was really icky. So I have friends who went on Friday and they really enjoyed it. Creative redundancy. Time to duck out. Going to set up this duck for supper soon. He ducked into it. Oh, thank you, CR. You're awesome. Thanks for the support. And yes, I'm still behind on some watch time, so feel free to check it out if you want to. Cool. Yes, Muskie is very close to getting 1,000 subs. Please help support if you can. Anybody who's not there. Leerlings. I'll be right back, okay? See, BRB, I know that one. That's old school. Wow, you say 5 or 6 inches. That's like how much we get here. 5 or 6. 5 or 6. That's not even enough to make it a snow day. We had 5 or 6 inches overnight. It was light powdery snow. The plows came by. There was no chance of a snow day. If we got the initial call of a foot of snow, that might be, depending on how fast it came and how the snow plows got around to it, there might be a snow day. But no, usually we get snow days for freezing rain here. Or if there's a big dump of snow and it's just continuing all day, that's unsafe for the school buses to go. But the schools will be remained open. So still the teachers have to go. So it's unsafe for the kids, but it's okay for the teachers. I don't understand that. No, we get a snow day. We get about 4 of them a year. Maybe more, depending on the year. Like last year, I think we got 6, and they all ended up on a Wednesday. And Wednesday is the one day of the week at that time that I had a scheduled thing. So it always got canceled because if the school buses were canceled, it got canceled because it required, like, it was moms getting together. So if they had kids home, they couldn't get together. So the most I've ever seen is 2.5 feet. That was Blizzard 2008. Yeah, we get 2.5 feet usually before Christmas. Right now, we don't have a lot of snow still on the ground because we had a lot of snow, like a couple feet, and then we had a warm spell for like 5 days where it was like plus 10 degrees, so everything like melted, and then at the end we had a flash freeze, so it turned to ice. So like we saw grass in January. Like what the heck is that? And then we got some snow. So now we are rebuilding our snow. Like my snow banks are only about 2.5 feet tall. Like usually, by the time we've hit February, the snow banks are as tall as me on my driveway, which is really hard to shovel. And then usually at this time we get these funky snow plows that like chew up the snow on the snowbanks because it's now made the roads narrower, and they'll take like 3 feet of the snow that at the end of your property, and plow them into big trucks and take them away somewhere, wherever the wherever the snow goes. NKY, I got 137 square. Yeah. Well, yes. Feel free to sub to NKY Homesteader 2. Spring is coming. Well, exactly. And right now, winter's the time that a lot of people aren't making a lot of videos because it's cold out. Even if you're in like southern states, it's cold for you guys. So a lot of people are doing videos of stuff outside where they have the animals and stuff like that, and it's just more pleasant. Uh, thanks for the great. Exactly. Yeah, we got the river. Um, so in Jen's region, February 24.4 centimeters. January. Yeah, we haven't got much snow. Like, I honestly don't think that's a lot of snow. Last year, we beat our record of snow. Hey Google, how much snow did we get last year in Ottawa?
Sorry, I don't understand.
No, it's not gonna. I'm gonna try. Hey Google, what was the average snowfall last year?
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
I'll have to actually type it in. Because I have to figure out. Sometimes Google doesn't like me how I ask a question because it's not very efficient. What is how much snow did we get Ottawa last last year? Okay, where did we go? 77 degrees right now. Tomorrow's 24. Well, exactly. Hey Google, what is 77 degrees Fahrenheit?
77 degrees Fahrenheit equals 25 degrees Celsius.
See, 25 degrees Celsius, that's a summer day here. we our summers are between 20 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, Not Fahrenheit, Celsius, which is like I guess about 60, 60 and 100. I guess I don't know. And hey Google, what is 24 degrees Fahrenheit?
24 degrees Fahrenheit equals minus 4.444 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, that's a big jump. That's what we had over the I think it was in January or in December. Like all of our snow like went and melted, and then we had like a crazy freeze of minus 40. I'm like, where did this come from? And we get so we were supposed to get a big storm yesterday. We got a light storm. Um, but we were supposed to get a big storm of a foot of snow within 12 hours, right? Which is, pretty good sized amount of snow. But because we're on the river, the storms it's like a roll of the dice, right? They either follow the river and stay, because we're kind of off the side of the river, or go by us and go the other way. So apparently this storm initially was planning on going right through us, but it just went like we got the edges of the storm. While people further north and south, actually people further south, like in southern Ontario, got way more snow than we did. So, you know, we're pretty lucky. Can't do another video, but what I plan to do is going to wait until the weather breaks. You could do a video. Why don't you do some videos on things that you like? So you could do you could do a live stream, or you could show, um, like if some tools that you like, or that you use in your homestead, because I'm sure that you can share, how to make certain things, or what your plans are, like garden wise, or um, if you have. I'm trying to remember your channel, how much like animals and stuff you have, how to make pallet garden or pallet compost, or you know animal feeders with buckets or whatever. Like I've seen a lot of videos. I get quite interested in watching them, and I kind of live vicarious through you guys that have property and animals and are quite resourceful, like way more resourceful than I am. You could do a video on weird things, what like foods that you eat that other people might find weird. Like, for example, if you eat grits, a lot of people think grits are weird, or chitlins, or pig's feet, or chicken feet, or all that stuff. Hi, Fort Hearts Ranch. How's it going? There's lots of different things you could do videos on that can be homesteading for your channel, because your channel is a true homesteading channel, or can be also fun too. Like maybe do a video on what you do for fun, or if you get snowed in, or whatever natural disaster lands your property. Because like if you're down south, um, you won't get necessarily snowed in, but you might get tornadoes or hurricanes or earthquakes or flooding. Like everybody gets flooding or fires. Last year was a bad year for fires everywhere. So snow in Texas, it was scary to see it actually. Usually, yeah, exactly. So places that normally don't get snow have gotten it this year. Jump off and bring some firewood before dark. Talk to you later. Thank you very much, Wolf Creek Homestead. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing the love. Feel free to support people. Follow, share the love. Yep, Fort Hearts Ranch hit the 1,000 mark too, but they need some watch time, so feel free to watch their videos as well. Hi, Mom's channel. How's it going? Feel free to say hello to everybody here and, follow them. And if you'd like, check out their videos. We're all just chit-chatting here and we're talking about snow. Snow and channel ideas. And weird weather. Oh, we were talking about food earlier and ducks. Um, channel. We'll be back. Okay, cool. Have you gone skiing? Not this year. Um, I don't. I haven't. I personally haven't skied in 20 some odd years since knowing my husband. Um, just because to ski you have to drive to get there. My husband, who's blind, as well as my daughter, who's completely blind. My husband's legally blind. They did skiing not last year, 2 years ago with CADS, which is Canadian Accessible or Disability Ski Association, Canadian Association of Disabled Skiers, and they did skiing at Forlage, I think it was. No, Camp Fortune. At Camp Fortune. They did that, and then my daughter the year before did it by herself. So she contemplated about doing it this year, but this year she's doing choir, and skiing with CADS is Wednesday evenings, and choir is Tuesday evenings. And Tuesdays we are already out. Like we have to leave here if I don't have a ride. Like some Tuesdays I get a ride downtown because my friend works out here and then lives in Clarence Creek, which is in the East End. So she offers to give us a ride downtown when she's done work. Um, on days that she's here. So then we get downtown early. But if we don't get a ride, we have to leave here at 4 o'clock, 4:30 to get downtown by 6:30 because it's rush hour and the buses don't always stop by the stop by my house. I have to just if I just went over the bridge, I could catch the stop there, which I don't always remember to do. And then we get downtown because her choir starts at 6:30 and it goes till 9:15. And then we bus back and we don't get back till 10:30, 11 at night. So it gets a very long night. So, and then if she was doing skiing, we'd have to, we'd get a ride with volunteers and we'd be leaving again about 4 or 5 o'clock and wouldn't be getting back till 11 o'clock. So, Mom's channel, I'm following you now. You're now 732. What's it? Yeah, Steve, do a video, do a live chat of something, or a rant, or see, that's the thing is, like, once you could do a video on anything, how to make a peanut butter and jam sandwich, but you can make it like funny too, or things to do with eggs. Hi, Black Storm, dog with the hat cracks me. Alrighty, I'm finally situated and ready to check. Hi, Mrs. Fordman. Do you have supper in the oven already? Is that why you popped in now? Reach my set limit of 300. Yes, please follow Steve and the Four Hearts Ranch and everybody here, Mrs. Ford Van Man and Ford Van Man, and everybody can use the love. Ooh, popcorn shrimp. Now I want popcorn shrimp. Did you make them from scratch or did you buy them frozen? Hi, 50 chickens in the hen house. Yeah. It's... Yeah, I'm just double checking. Yep. Yeah, you're at 272. Very cool. Yes, please share the love and support. I made some garlic shrimp. Ooh, yum. I like shrimp. My oldest doesn't do any fish or seafood. Too lazy for scratch for seafood. Nothing wrong with frozen. Hey, I'm cheating today. I'm not making food. I went to the grocery store today with after my dentist appointment, and I picked up fried chicken and fries, and I picked up some frozen edamame. So that's what we're gonna have. So I'm not actually cooking it. I just have to heat it up. 2 more before I put up my videos. So you want more subscribers before you put up videos. How are people going to subscribe to you very well without having videos? Yeah, we get CPAC up here too. Oh, my sister's a vegan. She's all about the other word. Yeah, no, my daughter's not a vegan. She just doesn't do fish and shrimp. Even though the rest of us would love shrimp. My husband also doesn't do shellfish other than shrimp. He doesn't do oysters or mussels. He'll do fried clams. And he'll do fish a bit. So how was it? Oh, okay, well thank you very much, Rowan. Oh. You mean ice? I seen someone with the name 1000,000 of video. Yeah. What?
I have something remind me to tell Daddy that there's somebody in my class that he would love the name of.
Okay.
Okay, remind me of that.
Okay. I'll try and remind you. My daughter just did the driveway. Yay! Well, then we live in Canada, and your job is to do the driveway. You at least have a snowblower. You don't want to move to LA. They have no health care. Sorry. My daughter's like complaining of doing snow removal. And saying she'll move to LA where there's no snow. I mean, they have other things. They have earthquakes. No earthquakes can kill you. Snow doesn't kill you as often. Well, my sister's, yeah, no, she just doesn't do fish. She used to eat fish when she was little, till she was 5, and then all of a sudden she stopped eating it. So, hi Michelle, sorry I didn't see you. You just popped in. I just caught you on there. I see. Yes, this morning I had a little quick coffee one, and then I had to go to the dentist. I went and got. You're at 7:65. You're getting close there too. Feel free to share the love and help her out. I'll just try to catch up. Fisherman. This one. Hey, Bacon Diva. Your name enter. Hello, your name enter. That's a interesting name. I don't know if I've seen you in my stream before, but welcome. Unless you're a second account to somebody else that's been in here. Is Tessie? Hey, Homestead Tessie! Here's my girl! How's it going? Please share the love. Follow her. She's awesome. She's like my sister from a different mother. I'm just checking out the messages here. Woohoo! Everybody is following. I have 2 kids, Marianne. My 2 kids are 15 and 16. They're girls. And my youngest is the one who's blind. And so that's my life. That's my family. I wanted to have like a dozen, but then we kind of stopped at 2. We contemplated a third, but then we figured out that we should have only 2 because we had 2 arms to kind of catch them. So, and then that allows us more money to be able to do more things with them and also have like vacation or whatever, and we wouldn't have to worry about finances as much. So, especially with special needs and stuff, things get expensive. You wanted 8, had 3, yeah. Well, as a art, hello. Nice to see you in here. Oh, I'm now following you. I just hit you, and you're now 45. I'm number 45 on your channel. So feel free, follow, share the love, support everybody. Want to, but the first change my mind. Yes. Sometimes I have a friend who had like 3, and she said if her third was her first, he would have been an only child. I'm like, yep. My sweet sister. Hey, Marianne. Exactly, costs. Like, so we had 2, and with special needs and stuff, things are expensive, and with travel and all that stuff. And it would just be, too busy. Like, and it might not be fair with all of the things going on. Yeah, premature weeks. So, okay, this is the thing that bothers me about the States, okay? I like the States. You guys are great. You Americans are great. But your health care sucks, okay? I paid $0 to give birth to my babies. My baby, my youngest, has special needs, is blind. Pays $0 for her care. Anything that require, the things that are expensive are the technology and stuff like that. And even with that, if you're in Ontario, you can get ADP, which is Assistive Devices Technology Program. So 80% of, if you buy technology, you have three sections. One's for output, one's for input, and one's for mobility. Each of those sections you can renew every 5 years. 300 came for yourself. Oh my God! Like, I don't even think, we haven't paid that. You know, Buy 50 chickens. Thanks for coming. But yeah, if my kid has been in the hospital her first year of life. We've gone to sick kids here at Children's Hospital here and sick kids in Toronto like 30 times. We paid taxes though, yeah, but not 300 grand. Um, but we go and have appointments. We don't pay anything. If we had to travel for the appointments and we had to stay in a hotel, we can submit those things on our taxes and it would reduce our income. Sometimes we get money back, but yeah, it cost me 12K. Oh my God! So I don't understand. So I don't understand how people have large families in the States if it costs 12 grand just to have a baby. I'm sorry, my kitchen renovations in total came to, I think, 17 grand. And that's because I got an IKEA kitchen, which was like 9 grand, and 10 grand, and then it cost to install it. For kid and pay. Oh my goodness. Oh. So yeah, that's the difference. Like put this way, if I had my child in the States, I would be having to pay so much money for all of her therapies, for all of the health care, for all of her meds, even if my husband had the insurance and stuff. Well, yes, well, we pay the income tax and property tax. Yes, we pay, but it's not that amount, and it's over time. It's through your life. Like, everybody pays, you know? But if I got cancer, I could get treatment. I have friends in the States that are making decisions on how much of their treatments for different things, for either cancer or like whether their kids has as diabetes and something else that they need meds for, that sometimes they don't have the money to get their meds at the end of the month. That they kind of stretch it, and they ask their doctor for some samples and stuff because they don't have. And I'm like, you should not have that barrier. Like, if I had cancer, I can get treatment, I can get the meds, and it's not going. I'm not going to have to mortgage my house. I know exactly. If you get, like, God forbid anybody get like an actual terminal disease, um, because you'll lose your house and stuff. Like, here, yes, we have cancer. Yes, we have treatment. Yes, we have health care. Special needs child. The government pays all her. Only if you are a certain income level. So here in Canada, if we were low in, like extremely low income, the government would pay for a lot more things. Since we are considered middle income, a family, even like my husband he's only working, we don't qualify for the severe disabilities fund or special services at home or anything like that, because you have to be a certain income level. If we were poverty, if both of us were working minimum wage jobs, we could get funding for when she was little, for daycare, for therapies, for equipment, for everything, if we needed to get an accessible van or renovations to the house, it could be covered. Okay? But since we're middle class, none of that is covered. We get for some technologies once every 5 years, and the rest we claim on our taxes under the medical slot, which then decreases our overall income. So, yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, but also if you're poor, you wouldn't have the money to do anything too. So we're lucky that we're not poor, but being in the middle, we're kind of darned if we do, darned if we don't. So Canada on vacation a year ago, I got very sick, could not get care from anyone, had to drive to New York. Well, see, the problem was because you didn't have insurance, travel insurance. So this is the thing: if you go to another country, like we're in Canada, we've gone to Cuba, we've gone to Dominican Republic. One time we got sick, and we had travel insurance when we went there. It covered my husband's. He got sick, a stomach bug. He got we would have gotten like a $10,000 bill, but insurance covered it. Well, bye, Michael. Thank you very much for popping by. And so that's the thing. Like, yes, whenever you travel to another country, you get travel insurance. Whether it's a day, and it only costs for up here it costs maybe $20 a day for travel insurance. I'm just saying that as a number because I don't know. My husband usually does the paperwork for that. But whenever we go, we get travel insurance for health and travel insurance for if we have to change our travel plans, so we don't get dinged. Prescription refill, my doctor called and spoke to the pharmacist. They wouldn't fill it. I was willing to pay. Well, it might have been just the place that you kind of went to, too, depending on the smaller towns, the smaller pharmacies, maybe. I don't know if it was a Shoppers Drug Mart or a Rexall. Like, I've gone to other provinces and had to get prescriptions refilled because we forgot the meds, and they called them. And my friend from New Zealand, she's Canadian, but she lives in New Zealand, and came here last summer. Like, she has arthritis, and she had a knee replacement. She's my age. She has had a second knee replacement, and she's my age. She came up here and had to get meds refilled because some of her meds got lost on a boat ride or whatever. She had travel insurance and covered, and she also got sick while up here, and it covered the hospital visit and the stuff like that because she got some sort of flu. Old Montreal. Yeah, well, Montreal's also unique too. But yeah, I don't know why you did you have travel insurance? Like your regular insurance, should cover it, and most time, well, if you had to get a prescription refilled, what you do is you just, if your doctor had to call it in, you could go to a clinic, a walk-in clinic. You would have to pay a fee to see them, like $20 or whatever, to see the doctor, but then you get that receipt and you resend it to your insurance and they pay it back. I'm relaxing and listening. Awesome. Billy Joe. Oh, okay, there's a lot of chatting going on here. I can't catch up. I'm gonna go look at my computer here. Hey, Amy Moncure. I'm gonna see if I'm following you. Yes, feel free. Please support everybody. Follow. But watch out with the wording of the SUB thing, where it's not necessarily this stream is not necessarily a sub for sub or anything, but we do like to share it. Yeah, I'm already your. You're the one that's in Korea. Your husband's, I think, in the military in Korea or something, and you were at the Olympics. I watched all your videos. I was helping your sub time there. But yeah, that's the link to look at the reading in there. I need a prescription. That sucks for you, Bacon Diva. I mean, I would have fought with the pharmacist, or just went to a walk-in clinic and had them rewrite the prescription. Unless if it was a narcotic or something like that, we have a lot more stricter rules on that stuff. Yeah. Just there, catching up. Well, thank you. We headed to the Olympics tonight. Ooh, awesome. That's awesome. I'm sure you'll have lots of fun videos. Not an archive. Okay. I have no idea. But see, Quebec is odd. Like, I'm Canadian. We live in Canada. My husband works in Quebec technically, but with the federal government, he works in Hull. But Quebec likes to think of themselves as their own little country with their own little rules that don't necessarily pertain to anybody else. um, and then when you fight it, they go, oh, well, I guess we have to do it this way. Um, well, no. Did you have actual travel insurance, or did you just have your insurance? Because your insurance should cover some of it, but definitely travel insurance. You need for traveling, and maybe just your and not all travel insurances are created equal, as we found out. Just your insurance. See, that's I think part of the problem. You needed travel insurance, but you should have been able to pay for the prescription. I think maybe where you went, um, since it was old Montreal, and I don't know how your French is, but they tend to be interesting to Anglophones and stuff. That they might have just been grumpy and pissy. So, um, I would have tried a different pharmacy, but versus driving, or I would have just went to find out where a walk-in clinic is and ask them, and then have your doctor call them or fax them. Like, see, I'm sure if your doctor faxed them your prescription, it might have been fine. Hotel manager translated for us. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. We're usually better um, for things, but yeah, Montreal is, well, Quebec is a unique one. Come to Ontario next time. We're better. Um, yeah, but always get travel insurance. My friend learned this when she went to the States and had to just go into the clinic, like she paid her visit and stuff like that, and the meds. Well, she needed to take an ambulance from um, her hotel room to the hospital thing because she got injured, and the bill was like for just the ambulance was like $1,000, and then other things. And she didn't have travel insurance. Like she had her regular insurance, which only paid part of it, so she ended up having to pay the other part, and that which sucked. So, whenever you travel to any other country, get travel insurance. Or, especially, so FYI also, if you ever do go up north, where your only access to there is by plane or helicopter or that, or sometimes by road, depending on the weather conditions and stuff like that, always get travel insurance because we had people that were um, uh, Canadians from a different province, so didn't live in that province, and then end up being up north, like in Northwest Territories or that on an expedition, a hiking trip or whatever, and then end up getting ill and had to be air evacuated to a hospital. They got charged the plane fare because they didn't have travel insurance because they were not in their own if they were from that province it would have been covered, but since it was out of province they were trying to bill. Now they got most of the money back, but it was like $10,000 for the flight. So, but I'm like, yeah, the chances of us going up north would be nice to do, but always get travel insurance. That's why we don't travel. Yeah, but you don't have to travel. Like, I don't know if you could afford travel if you get sick in your own freaking country and you can't afford to pay it because of, the cost of stuff. I mean, my friend got a detailed bill, right? So, like, Tylenol. They were like $50 a pill. I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, it was Tylenol 3s still, but I can get Tylenol 3s at my local pharmacy with I don't know. Do I need a prescription for Tylenol 3s? I think so. And I pay like $10 for a bottle. I only have to worry about his. Yeah. Well, you also have to worry if he ever gets injured too. Went through Canada to Alaska. Cool. I've never been to Alaska or Northwest Territories. I've even in Canada, I've been to PEI. I've been to New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. I've been to Quebec. Obviously, I've been to Ontario. Haven't been to. Well, we went to. So I've flown to Calgary, Alberta, with a client of mine. He had CP, and I was his physical care attendant. So he drove. So we went from Calgary to and drove to Victoria and then back. So I went to Calgary, did I go like Saskatchewan, and then BC. Nice dogs. I used to own the great granddaughter of the Grand Champion of Canada. Cool. Yeah, feel free to support one another. If you, I'm following everybody that's in here. So if you aren't, feel free to support them and give them a thumbs up and like them. Oops. Where's it going? In the ground. Yeah. There's a message that popped here. Oh, I need to plug my phone in because it looks like it's going to die soon. Oh, where'd it go? KY means Northern Kentucky. KY. So KY is Kentucky. I don't know the U.S. acronyms much, but I'm guessing it's Kentucky. I know the states' names, but not necessarily where they're located in the country. Just somewhere their major football teams are. Oops. This slid down a bit. There we go. There we go. I'll be right back. I'm just going to get some more coffee. come back. Wow, you all stayed. Needed coffee. "24 likes good numbers." Okay, I'm going to catch up on the chat here. We're at Williamstown near the Ark. Do you actually have an Ark? Like a Noah's Ark somewhere? I don't know the reference. Just went 100% debt free yesterday. Woohoo! Good for you. That is quite an amazing accomplishment. We are not debt free. We still have, I'm guessing, 10 years or less, maybe about 8 years on our mortgage left, at least. So there's that debt. Now we have credit card debt. But it's not much. But me, oh, excuse me. I just need coffee. Yeah, we're not close to being debt free. But being debt free is a dream, because then you can use your money for whatever you want. Very cool NKY homesteading. That is awesome. Woo woo. So why is this not? Let's go there. There we go, a bit better. Kept hopping back in and forth and in on our vacation 2 summers ago. Cool. All I know about Kentucky is they have a derby. And I'm unsure if the Kentucky Fried Chicken comes from there. But I know that Colonel Saunders did live in Canada for many years. And I really don't know anything else about Kentucky. I know they have a derby. Or they did. Well, when I've gone to the States and stuff, all the states are quite pretty. Except for the inner cities of some places, but the inner cities of places are quite similar to like our inner cities. But ours has less trash on the grounds. That's one thing you'll notice is in Canada, even in the big cities, there's not a lot of litter on the ground, except for sometimes it's all around the garbage can if they haven't cleaned the garbage can recently. Well, it's 6 o'clock, and my husband should be home soon, so I should start heating up supper. But it's been really nice chatting with you all. Feel free to make sure that you are supporting everybody here. Watch a couple of their videos. Feel free to watch mine. And share the love. And hopefully I will catch you tomorrow. I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow morning. After 8:30 maybe. So, bye. Have a great day. Awesome. Thank you, Jasmine. You're awesome and amazing. Yeah, I hope to be on here maybe tomorrow about 8:30. Have a great evening, everybody. Have a great supper. I'm having chicken. Bye.